I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. And well, this is the official review of the new Gunna album, The Last One. WUN, not ONE. WUN, The Last One. What can I say? I did not like this. I would go so far to say this is the worst album I heard this year. But unfortunately, I heard Lil Baby's album Wham, and apparently Lil Baby got more music to drop. And then unfortunately, I heard Central C's album as well. So I would have to, when I think about it, I listened all the way through Wham. I did. I listened all the way through that. Central C's album, I heard a few times, to be honest. I listened to that like twice, I think. And that's just because I wanted to make sure I wasn't like being too like critical. And I wanted to give it a listen to where it was like, okay, I'm just going to listen to this and not really think about it. Just have it be something that's just in the background. Just see if I can vibe to it. No, I couldn't do that. And then critically, it was asked to me. So yeah, that was that. That was so bad. I recorded a review talking about it. Literally recorded it, edited it, watched it, and went, yeah, fuck that album. I'm not even posting this. It was just boring. That's how bad. The Central C album was just boring. Can't Rush Greatness. That was boring. But this album here, I couldn't even finish it. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It got so redundant. Gunna was literally talking about the same thing over and over and over again. And while it is some moments where he chooses to kind of switch the subject matter up, I guess, it wasn't enough to like save the song. Like all the songs had, and then it was like all the songs had this same type of beat. It was this lo-fi type trap, like just a low type vibe. And while I'm not mad at that, but when you have Gunna coming on it doing the same flow, finding a way to say the same thing over and over and over again in just 100 different type of ways, at a certain point it's like, what the fuck am I listening to? Like, and why am I still listening to it? That's just what you ask yourself. That's just what I ask myself, unfortunately. And I get it, maybe I'm not a fan enough of Gunna to like, oh, well, I like Gunna. I like who he is. I like what he does. I like his music. I like his flow. So maybe it's just, this type is not for me. But at the end of the day, I think regardless of it, I'm done on the Gunna music. I think he's reached his peak. He reached his ceiling before the YSL stuff happened. Like, he was on a rise, and then that stuff happened. And it kind of like, now they can't talk as greasy as they were talking. Like, it doesn't sound the same. It sounds very monotonous. It sounds very boring. It just is not fun to listen to anymore because it doesn't have the same punch that it used to when we could like assume that you might have been like on some trill hood shit and from the gutter type shit. But when you find out that you're really not about that life at all, it's just like, well, what the fuck am I even listening to this for? you just ask yourself that question, and that's just what I ask myself. The features didn't save it. Burna Boy, the song with Burna Boy was okay, and that's what I'm saying. It was just a lot of media. It was nothing good on here. Like, it was nothing on here other than the song that I'm about to play, which was the single, which is the video. Once stop, we're gonna play it. But outside of that, everything else was just boring. It wasn't good. It was like, okay, maybe they'll play this in a strip club somewhere. I don't know. Maybe they'll play this at a club somewhere. Who knows? But if they do, that's just not the type of club I want to be in. Like, this is the type of music I want to hear. Like, it's just very redundant. It's not good. It wasn't good at all. This isn't, my official review. I got more to say, I guess. I'm gonna tell you at least the songs that I did. It's like 3 songs on there that I did like, and I'm gonna give it a little bit more criticism. But before I do that, let's listen to at least one of the songs that I did like that came out. It was the official lead single to this, and it's "Won't Stop." Let's watch the video and listen. It's Savvy Mike here, and the clip just finished. But before we get into my intro and the rest of this video, I do want to encourage everyone that is watching this video that at least wants to continue to watch my channel. I'm not saying you have to, I'm not saying you do, but please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and the only way I could do that is by getting you to subscribe. And also on the screen I have my Twitch channel up, where I basically do all of these videos live on Twitch. Like, that's where I do most of the lives at now. So if you want to watch me do these videos live, I'm usually on late at night. No matter what coast you're on, I'm on around the time you're probably asleep. So if you're ever just up with fucking insomnia, you just can't sleep, come on through. I love to chat it up. We could talk about the topics that I have and the clips that I'm playing and reacting to. And I'll also play the game and probably play some 2K, Marvel Rivals, FIFA, Mortal Kombat. A lot goes over here. So please, twitch.tv/SavvyMike96. It is in the description below. And that's what I'm honestly trying to do here. At least when I do these reviews, I'm honestly trying to at least highlight something that I did like. But if I do, I don't want it to be the lead single. Like, I want it to be like an album cut or something that's not going to be heard by everybody that I found really dope and amazing on your album. And unfortunately with this one, it was the lead single, because I think Gunna did indeed mail this one in. He had to. Like, he had to. While the last album wasn't one of his best efforts, if you ask me, A Gift and a Curse is really good. I did fuck with that album, and that was the first album he dropped after, you know, the whole thing that happened with all the stuff. So he had something to talk about, and with him having something to talk about, he went and crafted something that was pretty good. It had a lot of hits on it, and it did seem like, okay, Gunna is probably here to stay, even though he is a snitch. Even though he yes-ma'amed his way out of court, he's still producing the good music. And as long as you're still producing the good music, look, winning cures everything. Success cures everything, no matter what is on your jacket. So regardless of it, you know, do your best work, and we're just going to forget about all of that. And I just feel like these last 2 efforts, these last 2 projects he's put out, just, they haven't been that. And I think he's just mailing it in to try and get out of this YSL label. So while I will give him a pass for this album, I will. We'll see what happens, who he signs to, because, you know, people like this, they don't want to test the waters and just be independent. No, they rather have the label dealings and the upfront money and all that extra shit. So we'll see who he signs to. We'll see who takes on Gunna. And honestly, we'll see what his next. I know in the beginning I said I'm probably done, but no, I'll see what his next album sounds like. I'll be looking for and anticipating that one to see what he sounds like what his music sounds like, not trying to phone it in and just get out the dealings you have with the people that you don't want to deal with anymore. Because, you know, Young Thug, this is an album that's coming out on his label, on Young Thug's label. And you know what he's tweeting about it? He says nobody's gonna want to listen to that shit. Like, that's what Young Thug is saying. And it like, he's really deterring people from listening to his own artist's project. And that's sad. That's unfortunately sad. And honestly, I think I had a lot else more to say, but I think I kind of ran it down enough. Regardless of it, I don't like the fact that this album is as long as it is. This album was 12 tracks too long. 12 tracks too fucking long. Did not need to be, 25 tracks on this album? Did not need to be that long. Did not. Because I get, oh, well, it's still an hour, so it's not really that long. No, it feels long. Because it's like I'm hearing the same type of track over and over and over again. Like it's just like, bro, it just that hour feels like two. To y'all, it's just an hour. To us, it feels like two. To the listener, it feels like two. To the listener, it feels like a chore because it starts off as a chore. It's like, damn, 24 songs on this album. Damn, I got a lot to listen to. It starts off as a chore no matter how short you try to keep it. But nah, man. And my thing is, if you're just rapping just to do it, look, if I'm not cool with who I'm on the label with, I'm just gonna, then you shouldn't be rapping. You should not be in music because music isn't about that. Music should never be about that. Like you should, no matter what it is, this should be one of your best pieces of work. This is art still at the end of the day. And unfortunately, we fucking oversaturated it with this bullshit. So now people just want to do whatever. I'm trying to start doing a series of the best and worst tracks, R&B and hip hop tracks of the week. And unfortunately, I can't start it this week because everything I heard was mid and trash. I'm like, damn, what is going to be in the best? Like, is something going to be is it going to be something of some fucking substance that I go, oh yeah, this was good. This is really good. You should go listen to this. Because most of the stuff, while some was okay and other was mediocre, most of it was trash. I'm like, and it was so much music to drop this fucking weekend. I'm like, damn, all this mid-ass mediocre music. It's some sprinkles of okayness there, but it's like, bruh, it's not good enough. And that's the hip hop part. I didn't even go to the R&B part yet. I'm sure that's where I'm gonna find the shit. It was like, damn. And then I even heard snippets of the Bryson Tiller album, and it sounds like he's doing that thing where he did on them last few albums where he's trying to be a rapper and singer. It's just like, Bryson, no. Go back to Trap Soul. No, we want that. We don't want this. He had another album that was pretty good, but you know, we want more of that. Less of you trying to sound like you're a trapper, rapper, auto-tune singing guy. You're not. You're an R&B guy. Do the R&B. All right, I'm done. I'm done ranting. This was a rant. This was a rant. I just wish music was in a better state because I feel like it done got so oversaturated. Like, Gunna had a bar in this. And this is what's telling me the state we're in. Gunna had a bar in this about Sinners, the movie that came out this year. Preacher boy, you sinning. So you know what that told me? That song was recorded in May, maybe June, July. That song was recorded prior. And while I understand y'all go, ooh, well, that's hard. Honestly, not for an album, for a mixtape. Yeah, that's hard. Oh, I just recorded this. Let me mix, master it. But if you're gonna do an album, you want to do your best piece of work. So you want to fine tune it. You want to fine cone it. You want to make sure like this is something you've been working on, and it's like, okay, while you could do what Tyler Creator did with Don't Tap the Glass and go, you know what? Instead of sitting on this music that I just made, let me see if I could put it out. You can do that if you believe in it that much, but these niggas, they're not Tyler the Creator. They don't believe in their music that much. They just doing it for $1. Which album was better, Lil Baby or Gunna's? Fuck it. 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 salves for me on the last one. I'll give him and Lil Baby the same rating. Look, I have no quorum in the fight. Y'all get the same rating. I am Savvy Mike in this. As I am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.